Good morning. Welcome to day 26, which is to talk about your worst job. I actually had two. One was working in the ice cream parlor at Fox and Hound, and there were two things that made it just really hideously horrible. And one was that I worked from 10 in the morning, officially 10 in the morning till 9 at night, 6 days a week. When I actually worked, you had to be there at 9:30 to set up, and then you had to stay until your area was clean. So I usually worked 9:30 to about 10:30, 11 o'clock every night. But the worst thing about it was the hot dogs. We served these foot-long hot dogs, and you could get them any way you wanted. And they were steamed, and the buns were steamed. So we had these steamers set up in the back, like behind this wall, where thankfully the customers couldn't see them, because the hot dogs that were not sold got put in the refrigerator and back in the steamer the next day. And you kept doing that until all the hot dogs were sold, and they would turn green. And the green ones were the ones that I was told by management to use as the base for chili dogs or the chili cheese dogs. Ugh. But yeah, I did that for about 6 months before I was finally like, nope, done. Those hot dogs grossed me out. I do not eat hot dogs unless I myself have prepared them, and now I only eat the ones that are made out of white turkey meat. But that was one terrible job. My other terrible job was actually when I was working as a nanny, and it wasn't the little boy, Philip, who was terrible. I loved this child so much. His parents adopted him, and his dad was fabulous. I mean, just the nicest guy you ever wanted to meet. Really wonderful. His wife was a bitch. She worked with Mama, and she was a teacher, and she worked with students who were profoundly mentally handicapped. I mean, they had an IQ of less than 20. They had to be fed, they wore diapers. They were basically babies, newborns in teenagers' bodies. And she went to work every day dressed up. I mean, like she was going to an office somewhere, not like she was going to be on the floor doing exercises and all the things you have to do with students who are profound, because she had her paraprofessionals do it, her teachers helpers do it, and she just sat around all day. And while I was at home taking care of her baby, I was also supposed to clean her house every day. And I don't mean just, do a little bit of sweeping and run the vacuum around. No. I had to, every friggin' day, wash the windows, wipe down the window ledges, wipe the baseboards, clean the bathroom, change the sheets on their bed, change the sheet in Philip's crib, and then later his little bed. I had to sweep and mop all the floors, vacuum the floor. There were only 2 rooms that had carpet, so I had to vacuum every day. I had to dust, and I had to take care of her child, and I had to wash the dishes from their dinner the night before. Yeah. In my mind, when they hired me, I was there to take care of their baby. And when I first started, and he was about 6 weeks old, he was so precious. Oh my God, I love babies and children so much. And it was so awesome, you know, spending time with him, and I taught him a lot. But she had a maid service. And then when he was about, I guess, a year old, she fired the maid service and told me that I had to do it because he was going to be going to this little church thing, kind of a daycare thing, 2 mornings every week so he could socialize with other children, which I thought was a great idea. And then I had to be, you know, constructive in the use of my time, so I had to clean her damn house from top to bottom, not just once a week while he was at the little preschool thing, socializing. No. Every single day, all these things had to be done, and she would inspect that fucking house when she got home. She didn't pay attention to her kid. She went around looking, did I wipe down all the baseboards? The floors gleamed because they were so clean. I mean, they were like mirrors. I mean, just so polished. And I had to dust everything. So it got to the point where Philip was like, clean, clean, clean. And he would help me clean. But the clincher came when she accused me of stealing all of Philip's sippy cups. And they were in the back of her fucking van because she was too damn lazy to pick them up when she got out of the van in the afternoons or whenever they got out of it. So I told Mama, and Mama got so mad that she went out and bought like 10 sippy cups. And my car had broken down at this point, so she was dropping me off at work and picking me up. She came in that morning and lined up the 10 sippy cups on the counter and basically said, if you ever accuse my daughter of lying again, she's not coming back to work. So the husband was horrified. So he went and checked out his wife's van, and sure enough, underneath the very back seat, there were all the sippy cups. And he apologized. She never did, because she was a bitch. So those were my 2 worst jobs. And there were good things about both jobs, especially taking care of Philip. The taking care of Philip part and spending time with Philip part, that was awesome. The cleaning the fucking house, no. And I did not get paid extra to do it. God, I was so stupid. But I was only 19 years old at the time. And I didn't know any better. I've learned now I don't clean for anybody except me. You want your damn house cleaned? Hire a maid, because Laura ain't gonna do it. Alright, that's enough. So those were my worst jobs, and there were 2 of them. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.